Hey YouTubers, Chris here from kickandbass.com. A couple quick things I want to go over with you here. I added a couple things yesterday, day before I started them. Just figured sometimes we're going to do some night fishing, so I figured, we'll add some stuff to it. So that way it stays a little bright. So let me show you what we did here. What we did is hopefully you can see it, we added some lights all the way around the boat. So that way, starts getting dark out, we're still out on the water. That way we can see what we're doing. A couple little words of advice there, though, for you would be, one, when you're gonna do your lighting system, and they're just LEDs, and they're really easy to install. Sorry about the sun, it's a little bit bright here. My advice is to not do what I did and run your wiring and stuff for your lights before you put the deck down. Because after you do the deck, it makes it a little more difficult. So, yeah, do it before, and that way you won't be making up new words as you go along. So, just stay tuned with us here. We're going to do a couple of things today. Boat is going in the water tomorrow, so there'll be some fishing videos up coming soon. I'm going to go over a couple. We're going to do some tackle talk today while I'm rearranging the boat and put my tackle away. So stay tuned, and you're going to see that real soon. Remember, hit that subscribe button. It's right down there. Just click it. It's red. You can't miss it. Help us out. All right, peace. We'll see you soon. Alright, so here we are again. Got a couple things situated and put away. So what I wanted to do is I just want to go over some of the tackle I use and mention a few names while we're doing this. So just stick with us. Hang in there, check it out. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down there. Hit your likes. And don't forget to turn on your notifications. That way, you'll know when the next videos are up. See, down here in Florida, it's a beautiful day. Sunshiny day in the yard. It's actually a little warm, very humid. That's why I can't wait to get on the water tomorrow, because, it should be a little bit cooler. But anyway. So I hope you guys liked the videos about the boat being redone. Boat turned out very well. It was well worth it. Turned out to be nice. Can't wait to get fishing on it. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to go over some of the tackle I like to use. I'll go over how I store it, because storing it's not extremely important most of the time, but you do want to be mindful as to how you do it. And you have to excuse some of the videos because until I can get my mounts, right now I'm recording on my phone. And it's hot. So just hang in there and let's go through this. Alright, so as you can see, this is how I have some of my tackle stored. I have them in these are the Bass Pro Shops Plano boxes, the storage boxes. I have a few of them. I keep everything marked so I know when I'm reaching in there, if I'm in a hurry, it's there. So I know it's there. So I got everything marked. I got more spread out throughout the boat. So we're going to start with my top waters. These are just some of the things that, I like to throw. And I've had a lot of luck on a lot of them. You got the basic frog. You can't beat these things. These things are so weedless, and they're very nice, especially when you do a little bit of walking. You can walk them back and forth, and they'll swim like this. And you let them pause. But these are very nice. Now see, if you noticed here, when you buy these things, these skirts are a lot longer. They're about that long. I like to trim mine up a little bit, because in that way you know, if the bass aren't missing it. Fish will just sometimes go to grab the legs at first, and they'll miss the hooks completely. So now that they have more of a target here, it'll be a little bit easier to get them hooked. But like I said, these things are great. These things you throw in the pads, you throw on top of lily pads, you know, the hydrillas, anything that's matted, anything that has a little bit of space, you just throw these in there, and these things work great. We have these. These are also very good to use. These are basically walk the dogs. I got a couple of them. These work very well too. These work good in you know, a little bit choppier conditions, because it gives the profile on the bait, you know, they can see it. We have one of my all-time favorites, which is the popper. This is a Coogan popper right here. But these are awesome. These work great in, again, rougher conditions, you know, with a little bit of chop in the water. It's not like a dead calm, because the noise that these things make when you pop them, bass, you know, can home in on them, and they know where they're at. These things are you know, they're worth it. I love these poppers. They're great to use. And then last but not least is another one of my favorites, which is good for, you know, rougher water, calmer water, early mornings, late evenings, is a jitterbug. It's got the blade on the front, and as you're reeling it, what it does is it wiggles back and forth like this, and it makes a bubbling sound as it goes. It's very easy to use. Not, you know, not really weedless just per se, but good for more open water if you're gonna, you know, come from the shoreline out or run up against, you know, a weed bed. These will work great if you're over top of some timber that's underneath, or brush piles that are, you know, under the water. They work really good too. Alright, so moving on. That's all my top water. That's not all my top water, but that's, you know, my basic go-to grab quick. Then we have one of my favorite crankbait boxes. And what these are, other than tangled, yes I know, these are baby ones. They're called baby 1- because what they do is they go down about a foot. As you can see on the small little bill here, it causes them just to go, doesn't go very deep. And it's very angled down, therefore you get about a foot, foot and a half, sometimes maybe 2 foot out of them. But these things are great too. You can cover a lot of water with these. If you're, you know, I use them a lot for search bait. It'll help you to find, you know, see where the fish at, where they're biting on. They're very easy to fish. You can fish them, you know, stop and go, constant, steady, however. But these things are great. They don't go very deep, so therefore if there's a lot of weeds on the bottom and you want to skim these across the top, this is the go-to for that. This will work great for that. These things will just go right along the top. They'll only go like a foot and a half down. And they come in, you know, a variety of different patterns. But those I use a lot. And like I said, you can cover a lot of water with those. Okay. Going on to another one of my easy and favorite baits. It's right here. These guys right here. Okay, if nobody knows what these are, you've never seen them before, this is called a chatterbait. These things are amazing. This is another good search bait I use a lot. It's kind of like a spinnerbait. Kind of works like a spinnerbait. You tie it off up here, but this thing moves, you know, in the front of it. So it's, as it's going, this thing is twirling, and then you have all that action behind it. If you look at the way it is, it gets really good action as it's, you know, spinning around through the water. I usually throw like a 1/8 ounce to 3/16 or to a 3/8 ounce because I'll put a trailer on it. Let me see, I got one here with a trailer. Okay, see, so I'll put a trailer on it, and what that does is it's going to add a little bit of weight to it. This one here is only an 1/8 ounce, so that's going to add a little bit of weight to it. It makes it just a little bit heavier, but it's one of my favorite trailers. Like I said, they work really good. I mean, look at that. If you were a fish, wouldn't you want to eat that? Well, yeah, maybe not, but still. I mean, fish don't think like that, so. But they work. These things are amazing. You know, I have a few different colors of them. Let me go into another one of my favorites, which is really good. Jigs. My swimming jigs. You know, and these are great for, these things are great for so many things. Pre-spawn, they're really good because you want to drop them right where when you sight fishing, you see the bass, you drop them right in front of them. This is great for pre-spawn. It's even good for post-spawn. You know, these are pretty good, in my opinion, year-round. You know, they'll work year-round. These things are great if you want to punch them into a mat. You know, you got like a mat of, you know, lily pads or hydrilla, milfoil, something like that, and you need to get it in there. See a couple little spots. These things work great. You pitch them right in there. And we're going to go over, I'm going to go over, you know, how to fish these, or how I fish these. Not saying that's going to be the absolute proper way, but for any of you guys or girls that are out there and they happen to catch my videos that are new to fishing, I'm going to try to, you know, I'm going to try to help you guys out a little bit. I'm going to go over some instructional stuff and, you know, maybe give you a trick or two and help you get going on your way. But yeah, tomorrow we're going to probably do some filming while I'm on the, you know, on the water. I got a couple tournaments coming up, so I'm going to try to get some filming, you know, from footage from them. I keep flashing by one of my sponsors here, Titan Tungsten. They're amazing. They have their jig heads and worm heads are phenomenal. They're very nice. They're very sleek. Each one of them has their own individual little markings on them. Let me see where I have them here. I'll pull some out for you to see. Alright, so these are only my little 1/8 ounces. But if you can see, right there, all the weights, so if you like to dump your weights into a little box, you know, and not be able to know what they are, see if you can see that right there. It's a little blurry, but right there, it'll tell you exactly what it weighs. Which is good, because that way, if you grab a, like I said, if you like to just dump all your stuff in a box, like sometimes I do, you pick up one of these tungsten worm weights, you just pick it up, you can see exactly what weight it is. That way you'll know what weight you're using. So that's how I do that. They have phenomenal stuff. They have worm weights. They have, you know, jig heads. Pretty much anything you can need. Go check them out. TitanTungsten.com. They sell all kinds of cool stuff. Go check them out. Maybe you can make some orders from them. Alright, YouTubers, so that's, you know, that's just a few of the things that I use. They're my go-to boxes, like I said, and they're the ones I quickly grab. We're talking about Titan before that. If you go to Topwater Blowouts, they also have, you know, some really nice stuff there. Topwater Blowouts. They got some cool frogs. They got a lot of good lures there. Go check them out as well. There's another place you want to get some really good hooks, go to vectorhooks.com. They have phenomenal hooks, circle hooks, wide gap hooks, any kind of hooks you need. They have apparel. They have, go check them out too. They have a lot of good stuff there. It's vectorhooks.com, you know, and they're really good on their pricing. Go check them out and see what you think about those hooks. I love their hooks. I use them, and they're very strong, very dependable. Definitely a go-to hook for me. As always, you know. But that's gonna wrap this up for now. Like I said, tomorrow we're gonna have some fishing going on. Gonna have some videos for that going on tomorrow. I got some pre-fishing to do before tournaments, so we're gonna film that. Gonna post that up there too. So if you guys got any questions or comments, please post them below, and I'll get to them. And you know, if you guys want to see something special, what do you think I can do to help improve this channel? What, you know, is there something you guys aren't understanding that maybe I can help you with? Any of that. You know, you have a question about redoing your boat or your carpet, post it down below, you know, and we'll go from there. Also, don't forget, like I said, you know, hit your like button if you like what you see. Don't forget to hit your notifications, turn them on. That way, each time I post a new video, you guys will be, you know, one of the first ones to know that I posted it. We're going to keep continuing with this, and we're going to go with, you know, like I said, we're going to do some fishing tomorrow. You're going to see all that. We're going to do some, you know, we're going to try to help out people that maybe are first learning, have questions about, you know, what's the best things to use, and I'll give you my honest opinion. You know, and show you some of the different lakes as we get on them. Show you some of the rods and what choices that I prefer to use. It's not necessarily what you have to use. It's just what I use and why I've been successful with the ones I use and my setups. Most of my reels are bait casters. I will tell you that much because, well, I think it's a better reel. Spinning reels do have their purposes, but I have one that I use just for certain things, but most of mine are bait casters. But you'll see all that tomorrow. Most of my rods, you know, I'll show you all that on the next video. But until then, you guys keep fishing out there. Keep going. Go check out those websites. Don't forget to hit the subscribe right down there. It'll really help us out, and we certainly appreciate it. Other than that, guys, get out there and hit the water, catch them big, get yourself some new PBs. For those of you who don't know what a PB is, that's your personal best. Get out there and catch them, and hey, post some pics, man. Let me see them. Let me know what you guys think. Till then, peace.